Alright, what's going on, guys? Gonna do a step-by-step tutorial today on how I am doing my doors. I mean, your doors are probably 99% different, but you can get the basic idea of what I'm doing. So this is it. This is my door, minus the handle and this area. So what I'm gonna show you to do today is disassemble, prepare, and then eventually we're gonna re-vinyl coat the bottom and the top half and the insert with a logo. This right here is for the latch, so that has to get cut out. So step one is going to be disassemble. I first took my handle off. This is from the opposite side door. It was just basically grinding off a couple of plastic rivets, which I'll show you on the back of this, and then this piece comes off, kind of, hopefully. So that piece comes off. This is plastic, and then this is our black plastic shell, which is wrapped in vinyl. This one has already been re-vinyl coated, so I'll show you that later with the other door handle. Then we have this piece, this bad big boy. So we have these rivets right here. These are plastic. They're just very shallow, just plastic studs. And basically, it's kind of like this. It's just a stud, and it's just melted down so it bites around the black piece here. So what I did to undo those is grab our good old flap wheel here, and then just grind them off. Then for the ones you can't get to, just do the chisel here, and then we'll be all set. So just basically just get the gray part out, and then try not to dig into the black plastic too much. Okay, now I'm just gonna use a chisel to pry it up like this. There we are. Here it is. So now you can see how shallow these plastic studs are. So they're not really much to work with, but it's all we got. So set this aside. This is basically ready to get built in here and then vinyl coated. We're going to come back to that later though. Now the little bit harder part is the top half, because it has a lot more vinyl. You can see I did this part, which was kind of a fail. I've actually attempted to do this insert piece with the red vinyl probably 4 or 5 times now. This is probably the 4th or 5th. I don't know. But it's been a little bit challenging because I have no idea what I'm doing. So I'm just going to rip it back off and go for it again. Okay, and then our logo piece here is literally just cardboard, and I'm going to show you how to do that cutout and everything later. So what I'm doing now is just going to peel off all the black vinyl, but leaving the white foam padding. See, this stuff is actually pretty good. Very stretchy. Somewhat strong. See, look at that shit. So, I mean, it's good stuff, but not really working out for my install. You know, the red vinyl has a different graining than this one. This one mostly just has up and down. This one is all around every which way. So, that's gonna go in with new. Next thing, I gotta undo these tabs here, which I'll show you when it's undone. And that's gonna peel up this weather stripping where the window slides up and down. Okay, I'm going to drill this single rivet right here. And there's a weather strip there. Okay, now I'm going to strip off this piece of the foaming back down to the black plastic, so then when we fit these two pieces together, when the vinyl is on there, that the vinyl is going to have a little bit of place to fit in. So, because this is going to get vinyl wrapped like that, it's going to get vinyl wrapped like that. Well, actually just flat and then snipped off, probably. So, so this, I mean, it's just a little bit of foam. I mean, it's barely like. It's like less than a 16th, but it's still got to go. It's still got to make room for the new vinyl that's going in. Alright, so now our piece is cleaned up and it's technically ready to get vinyl wrapped. We have all our surfaces cleaned off and ready to go, but we're going to do our cardboard logo, and I'll show you how to do that right now. Okay, so to get our image from the computer, we're going to print it off on a piece of paper, but first we have to know what our width is and our length is. So our width is roughly 7 inches, and we have roughly 14 inches to play with there. But you know, I already did this one, so I think that's gonna work pretty good. I did that 9.5-ish by 5-ish. So we're gonna go on the computer and print that out, and then we're gonna transfer it onto cardboard. Okay, so we have our new image here. I'm just going to be using the stars and the stripes here. Not going to use the lettering just for simplicity. So then when we go to highlight and stretch our image here, we have our height and our width. So we know our width was about 14, so I'm going to put it to about 13.25-ish. So then what we're going to do, click on that, copy it, paste it onto the second page. Stretch it out to 13.25-ish again. Click on that one. Rotate. Whoa. Rotate. So now we have the front and the back. So now I'm just going to print that. Alright, so here is our two pieces printed out and ready to be transferred onto the cardboard. You can see we hit our 13.25-ish mark pretty darn good. So now you can see how doing the two pieces of paper and flipping one over really worked out. So I like that. That did a lot better than in the first attempt. So now it's just going to be gluing it to the cardboard and then going to the next step. Alright, so here is our piece of cardboard with our piece of paper glued onto it. I didn't have a glue stick or whatever, so I just kind of Elmer's glued it. And now we have just a little bit of a piece missing here. So, you know, just color it in with a pencil. It's all good. You know, not going to use the S there. So basically what I'm going to do is cut out the black parts, and then the black parts are going to be the raised up parts on the panel. So how I'm going to do that is actually a lot more simple than you think. Just get a real sharp chisel and a nice mallet, and then basically just cut it out like that. It comes out perfect every single time. Doing the stars is so easy. Just fucking bam, 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 and you're good to go. So it's just that simple, right? So I'm going to switch it over to time lapse because, I don't know, just because I feel like it. Okay guys, so I got these stripes and one star glued down with good old hot glue. Reason I choose hot glue this time is because it's more rigid. So they get more rigid edges and whatnot and that good stuff. So not feeling 100% on the little stars. See, that one's probably the best one of the bunch. But we got ones like this that are not in very good shape. So I'm thinking I might have to cut those out. See, this one's actually not that bad. That one would work. That one's not so great. That one, nah. So I might have to cut those out. But it is 12:15 in the AM, and I think I'm going to go inside right now.